Om Narayan Namaskrit Naram Chev Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamurtiyet Nashta Prayashri Abhrachu Nityam Bhagvat Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nishtaki ओम अज्ञानतिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनं शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगं रघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवम् साधुवेतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगं ललिता श्री विशाखावितांश हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशाकंतनुभस्य कृपा सिन्धुवे एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिले नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशचारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर सेवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
How's your Kartik? Hare Krishna. How's your Kartik Vrat going, everyone? Is it going well?
Yes.
Yes? Good. That's good.
We start giving obeisances since you told us.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. That's nice. Wonderful. Okay, so where did we stop last week?
1.2.24.
24.
Yeah.
Let's just go there. Oh, 24, is it? I thought we finished 26.
No, 24.
Okay, so wait. Any recap from last week? Can someone?
Can I say just 1.2 point? Okay. So here, I think an analogy is being drawn to the gunas, the three gunas, that is tamo, rajo, and sattva, with wood, smoke, and fire. So wood is transformation of earth, and that is compared to tamo guna. But better than tamo guna is actually, or better than wood is smoke. So it is better than plain wood. So that is compared to rajoguna. So rajoguna is better than tamoguna, but better than this is actually fire, because wood, wood is at the lowest level, and then you have smoke, and then you have fire at the top. So fire is actually compared to sattva guna, and why is it better? Because this is what is going to help us, benefit us in reaching the absolute truth.
Yes. So what is your learning from this? Why is Shukadev Goswami saying this?
Ultimately, I think we have to gravitate towards sattva guna so that we are in the state to reach the absolute truth, because that's the goal of life.
So what are the practical things you can do to come into sattva guna?
Discipline in terms of getting up early in the morning, because I know personally that's where I'm struggling. So personally, that's something that I definitely want to do. So in Kartik, for example, I've increased my number of rounds. So I'm, still not there yet, but definitely trying to increase. So, but today, this morning, for example, I was able to do 5 rounds in the morning. I completed my round as opposed to, just 1 or 2 or nothing. So I think
Very-
that's, one step that I really, kind of increase at any cost, even it means throughout. So that is discipline and following, all the regulative principles as well. I've also, took my, tulsi trees, by Krishna's grace. I do have a lot of tulsi growing in my house. And, Meena was very kind enough to explain to me at least, few things that I'm supposed to do. So I'm watering tulsi and doing the parikrama, for tulsi daily. So I think that's the, small baby steps
Yes,
towards
these are all
getting there.
these are all what leads you to devotional practice. So you have to, you have to establish yourself in Sattva Guna, mode of goodness. Anyone else can tell me what are the other things you can do to come to Sattva Guna? Simple things. What else can we do to come to Sattva Guna? We can eat sattvic food, right? When you have Sattva Guna, when you eat sattvic food, you're establishing yourself in Sattva Guna. You don't eat rajasic and tamasic food. Tamasic food mainly is, have you all done chapter 17 in 16-17 Bhagavad Gita? Okay, so that there's a full description of foods in different modes, charity in different modes, work in different modes. So that gives you how you can establish yourself in Sattva Guna. So what are the foods in Tamagun? Tamagun foods are foods which are spoiled, foods which are contaminated, like they've fallen down, they're dirty. That's why we say don't pick up and eat. बच्चों को नहीं बोलते हैं नीचे से गिरा हुआ मत उठा के खाओ. Why? Because it's dirty. Has even if externally there's no dirt, okay, abhi saaf kiya hai, but फिर भी there can be germs. Foods which get spoiled because it's not stored properly. Foods which have insects in it. Foods which are cooked and kept and eaten after 6 hours. So if food is anything kept, cooked in advance and you're eating it after 6 hours, it's tamas. Except if it is prasadam. If it's already offered, then you don't need to throw it. You can store it and you can eat it. But otherwise, it is tamagun. Anything which is meat, which contains meat, is tamagun. Then now what are foods in passion? Foods in passion are which contain onion and garlic. Spicy, yes, spicy. Too tangy, too much tangy in it. Too much oil. Cooked too much, does not retain its natural flavor. Too much masala, it takes away the taste from the vegetable itself. Or it contains too much of oil and spice. Basically that. What are foods in Sattva Guna? Sattva Guna are fresh fruits, vegetables, cooked very fresh, offered to the Lord because it's because anything in Sattva Guna can be offered to the Lord. For fresh fruits, juices, yogurt, simple spices, of course, not too much, not too little, not too much, just the right amount. It's not overcooked that it takes away all the nutrients from the fruits, vegetables. Foods which are cooling, like yogurt, raita, all those things. Foods which are cooked and eaten warm. All these come under Sattva Guna. So why do we offer and eat it? Because we don't want to stay in the platform of Sattva. We want to go above. You're transcending the 3 modes. Be very careful because being in Sattva Guna is also very addictive. We get attached to being in Sattva Guna. But our goal is to go above. If we get attached to being in Sattva Guna, then back. Yeah, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. So being attached to Sattva Guna is also bad. But what is best for devotional service? Sattva. Yeah, very nice, Veggie. Very nice. Excellent. Anyone else? What we did last week? I think we did a little bit of technical terms on time and everything. So,
Should I say, Mataji?
yes, please.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare
One day of Brahmaji is 14 Manvantara, and they are 14 Manvantaras in total. We are in the 7th Manvantara, and in this, the son of Vivaswan, Vevastava, is the name of Manu, who is ruling right now. And,
Yes.
and we are in the 28th Divya Yuga, and 4 yugas make one Divya Yuga. So in the
Okay.
Krishna comes in a once in a day of Brahma as Swam Rupa Krishna. That is the end of Dwapar Yuga and in the beginning of the Kali Yuga. He comes as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So after we are in the midday of the Brahmaji's lunch time.
Yes.
So this is what got it. Okay.
And how many Divya Yugas in one Manvantara?
71.
71. Yeah.
71 Divya Yuga.
Yes, very nice. So that's nice. You got the technical part out of the way, which is good. And since you've shared it, now you'll always remember it.
Yeah.
Anything else we did last time?
So yes, we
Anyone wants
talked
to-
about 6 avatars.
6 categories.
6 categories of avatars. So one is the Purush avatar, and Purush avatar is Karno Dakshai Vishnu, Garbho Dakshai Vishnu, and Shiro Dakshai Vishnu. Then we talked about Guna avatars, which is Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. Then Manvantras, which are 14. Then Yuga avatars, which are 4, which is Satyug, Dwapar, Treta, and Kalyug. Then Shaktiya Vesh avatar, where we have Prabhupada, and then Leela avatar, which are 25.
Yes. So Manvantara avatars are not 14 Manus. They are not. In the 14 Manvantaras, the Lord comes as a Manvantara avatar. Yes, 14 different. But the Manus are not the Manvantara avatars. Okay, the Lord comes as an avatar in that Manvantara. Like when he gave darshan to Dhruva Maharaj, it was the Manvantara avatar Hari. Yeah. So things like this, he will come. Also when Gajendra, which Vishnu, which avatar came? The Manvantara avatar Hari again. So he comes in every. So there is sometimes a. Okay, so since she brought up that topic, so this Manvantara, Vaivasvata Manu's Manvantara, who is the Manvantara avatar? Any idea? Vamandev.
Okay.
Okay. So like this, there are, so Vamandev is Manvantara avatar also, and he is a Leela avatar also. He's both. So like this, there will be a little bit of overlap. All right, so let's move on to 25, which talks about liberation. Will I be able to share the screen? We know?
So I also have a question.
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Yeah.
So Mataji, we talked about, what manifestation of Krishna, and we said Balram is the first manifestation of Krishna, right?
Yeah.
So Balram is also the manifestation of Krishna, and he's also a Leela avatar. So how do you understand that?
So all the avatars will be manifestation of Vishnu, of Krishna only, no?
Okay.
All
So what is
avatars.
the difference between manifestation and avatar then? How do you understand?
Okay, so avatar means one who descends to the material world for a purpose. Avatar. Avatar means one who, and Balaram is an expansion, but he's also an avatar because he also comes to the material world. So avatari is Krishna, but all the others are avatars. So when we say that Vamana avatar, so the Lord descended or appeared in the material world in the form of Vamandev for a purpose, at a certain time, at a scheduled time, for a purpose, certain purpose. So Vaman avatar will not go in place of Varaha avatar. Varaha avatar will not go in place of Matsya avatar. So they have their own scheduled incarnations, scheduled avatars. These are. When we say expansion, means that the Lord is just becomes another manifestation with the entire Shakti. There's another form of him. He just expands himself. He's there as whole. So when you do Ishopanishad, it says, the verse says that he is the whole. From the whole comes another whole. But doesn't mean that Balaram is again another whole, complete with all the powers of Krishna. But when Balaram takes form, another form, doesn't mean that any form or anything diminishes in Krishna. He still has his entire powers, his entire Shaktis, energies, everything intact. Krishna is whole. From a whole comes another whole. And from that whole comes another whole. So this is again achintya. This is inconceivable. Like if I have to give if I have to give my kidney to someone, if I have to donate my kidney, because I can't expand, I don't have the siddhi to expand. But I don't have the kidney, right? I can't grow another kidney inside me. Once I've given it, I'm given it. If I donate my heart, I've donated my heart. If I had the siddhi, yeah, I can probably expand only 9 times, like Kardama Muni. But I don't have that siddhi. But the Lord can expand how many ever times he wishes and still remain whole. And that expansion will have how much of the powers the Lord desires to give him. Each of the Vishnu avatars have all the powers of Krishna.
And they can expand also.
They can expand also. They can do anything. But they're all under the desire of Krishna. They go by what is commanded to them. If Krishna decides that, okay, in Ram's form, I can play the flute, then Ram can play. It's not that Lord Ram cannot play a flute. But he doesn't. He doesn't. You can't. Have you ever seen Lord Vaman in a flute? Because that's not his duty. That's not his, his rasa. It's not his desire to do so. Only Krishna is complete, whole. All the Vishnu Tattvas have 60 qualities, but Krishna has 64 qualities. Only Krishna has 64 qualities. Everyone else, starting from Balaram, have 60 qualities. So those 4, out of which one is playing the flute, is with Krishna. So that is the difference.
Thank you, Mother.
Okay, so I don't know why I'm not able to share that page. It's not showing the page. Why is that?
See, it is, you can share.
No, I can share, but when I go to share, it's not showing my Vedabase page.
But setting is the same as last time. I didn't change anything.
So it shows only screen, whiteboard, and iPhone and pad. I don't know why. I can't share the page. Maybe advanced.
Let me ask my Manu? Manu?
Let me try again. Okay, maybe one of you can start reading the verse, or should I read the verse till she comes? Okay, you all have it open? Do you all have your own copies open?
Yes, Mataji.
You all can. So you can repeat after me even if I don't share, yeah? Okay. So someone can repeat.
Mataji, you
Yeah.
need permission. Is they are asking for permission
No,
to?
I think I have permission.
Okay.
Maybe you can just try making me co-host. Just try. Don't make me host, make me co-host. Otherwise, if everyone has the Vedabase open, then I'll just, I won't
No,
share.
you are co-host.
I am? Okay, let me try now. No, it's not coming.
Laptop पे क्या था?
Okay, doesn't matter. I'll just read as is. Yeah, so y'all can look up your page and see, can someone repeat after me? Let's see, otherwise I'll just. Bhejire munayo thagre
भेजिने मुनयोथाग्रे
bhagavantam adhokshajam
भगवन्तं अधोक्षजं
tattvam vishuddham kshemaya
सत्वं विशुद्धं क्षेमाय
kalpante ye nutaniha.
कल्पन्ते येनुतानिह. May I read the translation?
Yeah, please, thank you.
Previously, all the great sages rendered service unto the personality of Godhead due to his existence above the three modes of material nature. They worshipped him to become free from material conditions and thus derive the ultimate benefit. Whoever follows such great authorities is also eligible for liberation from the material world.
Yes, simple as that. So the thing over here is that the ancient sages worshipped the transcendental Lord to derive the ultimate benefit, right? And whoever follows them will also derive the ultimate benefit. That's why we always say that we must follow our acharyas, because only then we will not be we will not concoct our own whimsical ways, and we will not be speculating, but we will follow the great authorities. Why? Because they know. So what is the purpose of performing religion? It is to get the simple knowledge of discerning matter and spirit. We must understand that we are not this body. When that realization becomes deeper and deeper, only then our faith from Shraddha will become Nishtha. So how will this concept of we are not this body come? This concept will only come with knowledge. And knowledge cannot be got by only reading or studying scriptures. It's by, we all know that we are in the path of Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means doing devotional service. So along with studying, not that we should disregard studying scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrit, NOI, NOD, these are our basics we must study. Srila Prabhupada's books are meant, he's done it for us, it's meant to be studied. Yeah? So we must not disregard this. But devotional service is important. All our chanting, our regulative principles, our archanam, vandanam, all these are important because that will lead us to liberation. Yeah. So the ultimate aim of religious performances is to release oneself from the material bondage and regain the life of freedom in the transcendental world, where the personality of Godhead is the supreme person. Laws of religion, therefore, are directly enacted by the personality of Godhead, and except for the Mahajans or the authorized agents of the Lord, no one knows the purpose of religion. So there are 12 Mahajans. Anyone remembers who they are? 12 Mahajans. I know Anuradha knows. Anyone remembers?
Bhishmadev.
Okay, yes. Who else?
Lord Shiva.
Okay. Yes. Then? Come on, you should know this. No? You all don't know? Okay. Can we open Canto 6, Chapter 3, I think 2021. Just see. Okay, yeah, Canto 6, 2021. Yeah. This is an important thing. You all should know this.
Canto 1 or same canto?
Canto 6, Chapter 3, 20, verse 20. 6:3:20. Could someone get it?
Yeah, Lord Brahma,
Yes,
Bhagwan
ma'am.
Narada,
Read
Lord
the verse.
Shiva.
Have you got the verse?
Yes.
Read it, please.
Okay.
Swayam.
Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Kumara Kapilo Manuhu Prahalado Janako Bhishmo Balir Vayasakir Vayam.
It's the same tune as any Bhagavad Gita. It's Swayam Bhur Narada Shambhu.
Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Kumara Kapilo Manuhu Prahalado Janako Bhishmo Balir Vayasakir Vayam.
Yes. So Swayambhu is
Lord Brahma.
Lord Brahma. Narad. So Lord Brahma, Narad, Shambhu, Lord Shiva, Kumara, the 4 Kumaras. So they come under one category, 4 Kumaras. It's not that 4 different Mahajans, one category, 4. Then Kapila Muni. Then
Manu,
Swayambhu Manu. Then
Prahlad,
Prahlad Maharaj,
Prahlad Maharaj,
Janak
Janak
Maharaj,
Maharaj,
Janak Maharaj,
Bhishma
Bhishma,
Pitama,
Bhishma,
Bali Maharaj, Shukdev Goswami, and Yamraj.
Yes. So this verse is spoken by Yamraj. Because what he says in the end, he says, what does he say? Vayam. Vayasakir. Vayam. Vayam means I am. He says that me. So this verse is quoted by Yamraj to the Yamdutas.
Which verse? I'm sorry, I haven't found it yet.
6th canto,
6.3.
6.3.20.
20. Oh,
So when Ajamil was on his deathbed and the Yamadutas come and the Vishnudutas come and Vishnudutas says, no, you can't take him. And Yamadutas go back to Yamraj and says that, who is this? I thought you were the supreme. He thought you are the supreme. Who is the supreme? He's saying, I'm not the supreme. Krishna is the supreme. And the chanting of the holy names is even very powerful. So we have no jurisdiction. So that's when he quotes this verse and says there are these 12 Mahajans. So this is something you all must memorize. Yeah, even if you don't memorize the verse, at least you should memorize the 12 Mahajans. But if you memorize the words, it's easier. Yeah, Swayambhur Narado Shambhu. So the 12 Mahajans, these 12 Mahajans, why are they famous? Because of their surrender to the Lord and the love for Him. So ordinary human beings take a lot of inspiration from these people, from these Mahajans. Yeah. So persons who desire their own good may follow the Mahajans and thus attain the supreme benefit. Okay, let's go to text 26. And Mumukshavo ghora rupan hitva bhutapatin atha Narayana kala shanta bhajanti hyanasuyavaha anasuyavaha. Any verse you all remember? Anasuya, non-envious. Anyone remembers? Anasuyave. Rajavidya Rajaguyam Pavitram Idam. Then after that, same chapter, Anasuyave. Krishna says, Arjun, I'm giving you this knowledge because you are non-envious.
Yeah, my best friend, chapter 3.
Chapter 7.
Chapter 7. Sorry.
Is it? Oh, I'm confused now.
9, I think it's 9, right?
Sorry,
Rajavidya,
9.
Rajaguhyam.
Yeah, 9. 1 second. One before that. Let me just go now. I'm totally confused. The first verse, actually. Yeah, first one. Rajavidya Rajaguyam is the second one. Idam te guhyatamam pratyakshavagam. Sorry, idam tu te guhyatamam pratyaksham anusuyave. Jnanam vijnana sahitam yajnatva mokshase shubhat. He says, I'm giving you this knowledge because you are anasuya, non-envious. So here also, those who are serious about liberation are certainly non-envious and they respect all. Yet, they reject the ghastly forms of the demigods and worship only the all-blissful forms of Lord Vishnu and his plenary portions. Yeah, so 26 and 27 talks about rejecting Devata worship. Right? So, I wish I could share my screen. Rejecting Devata worship is given here. Anyone remembers which chapter in Bhagavad Gita talks about rejecting Devata worship? Ah, Hema, thank you so much.
Just tried it.
Go down, scroll down for the translation. Yeah. Go more down, pulpit. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, anyone remembers? In 7th chapter, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about why we should reject Devata worship, right? So here again, he is giving us the same understanding. So he's saying that he is the original and there are different categories, right? There are plenary portions of him, expansions of him, Vishnu Tattvas. All the Vishnu Tattvas are equally as powerful. Neha, this is what we just spoke about. See in the second paragraph, all demigods who are empowered by the Supreme Lord are also separated parts and parcels. They do not belong to the categories of Vishnu Tattva. The Vishnu Tattvas are living beings equally as powerful as the original form of the personality of Godhead, and they display different categories of power in consideration of different times and circumstances. This is exactly what we discussed just now. The separated parts and parcels are powerful by limitation. They do not have unlimited power like the Vishnu Tattvas, the Jiva Tattvas. Here we are talking about the Devatas. Even though all the Devatas have unlimited power, but still they do not have as much as, they're still limited. Not like the Vishnu Tattvas who have really unlimited powers. So therefore you cannot classify them or categorize them under the Vishnu Tattvas. They come under Jiva Tattvas. So Vishnu Tattvas are only plenary portions of Lord Narayan. Right? Jiva Tattvas, all the Devatas come under Jiva Tattva. You cannot consider them the same. If anyone does that, then they become the offender by the name Pashandi. And in the age of Kali, many foolish persons commit such unlawful offenses and equalize the two categories. Now you all are chanting. Do you all read the 10 offenses to the holy names, or do you all know what are the 10 offenses to the holy names? Yes, no?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. Okay, so what is the 10? I mean, at least you should know one or two of them, if not all. You should know all. Basically, all of you should know all. But what is the first offense? What is the first offense?
You should not blaspheme the devotees of the Lord.
Yes, correct. It's an offense. What is it? To blaspheme devotees who have dedicated their lives to chant the holy name and to propagate it, right? Because the holy name is identical with Krishna, who will never tolerate the blasphemous activities. First one, Satam Ninda Namna Paramam. Satam Ninda, not to do any ninda of Satam. Satam means devotees of the Lord. What is the second offense? Anyone? Yes? No? Okay. Second offense is Shivasya Shri Vishnur Yahiha Guna Namadi Sakalam. That is to consider the names of Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma or any Devata to be on the equal level with the holy name of Lord Vishnu. This is exactly what is here. If anyone, what has Srila Prabhupada written here, will become an offender in the name, right? Why? Because you are equating them with Vishnu Tattva. That's the second offense to the holy name. So these are 10 offenses. I request you all, you must read these 10 offenses every day, because only if you avoid these 10 offenses will your chanting get better. You must, these are two must things for chanting. One is you must know Shikshashtakam, and second is you must know which are the 10 offenses. These two you must memorize. You must know what are the 10 offenses, because if your chanting goes bad some days, you have to look at the 10 offenses and see, what have I done? Because why isn't Nam Prabhu giving me that ecstasy? And believe me, you would have, even if it is unintentional. But still, an offense is an offense. You have to start reprogramming your mind to please Nam Prabhu. So these two things are very, very important for your chanting. One is you must memorize Shikshashtakam. How many of you know Shikshashtakam? Very good. Excellent. Okay. I can't see the others. Let me see. Yeah. What about the others? Anuradha, Neha? No. Okay. So try to memorize it.
I have just read it once.
Okay. So basically, what is recommended is that you must chant the Shikshashtakam before you do your chanting, before you start chanting in the morning. I mean, we all do that. We chant all our Mangalacharan, and then we chant our Mangalacharan is not just the short form which we have now, it's a longer form, because we then pray to Sri Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami and all the acharyas. Then we chant the Shikshashtakam and then we chant. If you're not able to do that, sometime during the day you must chant the Shikshashtakam, must memorize, and you must know which are the 10 offenses to the holy name. Yeah, you just read it every day and You see, in a month's time, you'll just know it. Yes, Veenu.
No, Mataji, I think वो शिक्षा अष्टम के लिए I raised my hand.
Okay.
I read daily actually. No?
Okay, very good, very good. This is very, very important because if you read Bhakti Vinod Thakur's Harinam Chintamani, if you everything is based on Shikshashtakam. You know, everything is based on Shikshashtakam. So Shikshashtakam takes you from Shraddha to Prema. So that journey of your 9 steps in the bhakti process comes through Shikshashtakam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given that for us. So that is a must. Yeah, try and do it. It's not much. Shuru mein lagta hai, oh my God, it's so large. But when you get it, you just finish it in less than 2 minutes. It just goes very fast. Yes, Veenu? Doesn't it go fast once
Yes,
you know?
yes, Mataji, I'm trying to learn, but it is very sweet. Actually, जब आप
Very
पढ़ते हो तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to.
In fact, you all should have it's a series of classes, Shikshashtakam, because each line, each word is a seminar on its own. Cheto Darpana Marjanam itself, I can talk for 7 days. That itself. So it's very sweet. So these 2 things must. Yeah. So the separated parts and parcels have different positions in the estimation of material powers, and some of them, like Kal Bhairav, Shamshan Bhairav, Shani, Mahakali, and Chandika, these devatas are worshipped mostly by those who are in the lowest categories of the mode of darkness or ignorance. Other devatas like Lord Brahma, Shiva, Surya, Ganesh, and many similar deities are worshipped by men in the mode of passion. Why? Because there's always, you want something, no? Oh Lord Ganesha, please, Vigna hata do. Oh Lord Ganesha, ye job de do. Ye paise de do. Main 21 rupees chada dungi. You know, what is all that? It's passion, mode of passion. Yeah, it is just urged by the desire for material enjoyment. But those who are situated in mode of goodness, material nature, that is Sattva Gun, only worship Vishnu Tattvas. And like Narayan, Damodar, Vamana, Govinda, Adhokshaja. And for us, that Vishnu Tattva is Krishna. Yeah, because he's the source. We don't, it's not that we don't like any other Vishnu Tattva. We love all the Vishnu Tattvas. Lord Ram, Narsinghadev, Vamandev, we always are glorifying them. But we want to serve the Lord in his 2-handed Shyam Sundar form. Okay, you must keep this in mind that your Ishta Devata is Shyam Sundar. That word, because in the spiritual world, Krishna's identity is Shyam Sundar. That word should be absorbed in your heart. Okay, he is recognized by 2 names. Basically, these are the only 2 names he likes. One is Shyam Sundar and the other one is Yashodanandan. He doesn't want to be recognized. He doesn't like any other name. These are the only 2 names he likes. Yeah. Not that he doesn't like the other name, but he loves these 2 names. Highly qualified Brahmanas situated in the mode of goodness have no grudges against the mode of worship of others. They have all respect for other devatas, even though they may be ghastly looking like Kal Bhairav, Mahakali. So we must never have any grudges against any devata. We must be very respectful. They know very well that these horrible features of the Supreme Lord are all different servitors of the Lord under different conditions. Yet, they reject the worship of both horrible and attractive features of the devatas, and they concentrate only on the forms of Vishnu because they are serious about liberation from material condition. Now, if someone asks you, ISKCON wale, you don't even give respect to devatas. No, we respect everyone, but our focus. Why? What is the focus? Why? Because we are serious about liberation. We've understood we are not the body, we are the soul. So we do not want to do anything which is again going to पुनरपि जननम पुनरपि मरणम नहीं करना है हमें. Okay. So therefore, Vishnu and no one else is called Mukti Pada. Pada means the way to Mukti, or the personality of Godhead who can bestow upon us Mukti, who can giver of Mukti also. Right? The Devatas, being like other living entities in the material world, are all liquidated at the time of annihilation. One Manvantara finishes, next Manvantara start, there is a small dissolution. Then new set of Devatas are appointed at the end of Brahma's day, at the end of Brahma's lifetime. So even the Devatas, the Jiva Tattvas keep changing. If you do 100 Ashwamedh Yagya, Anuradha, the next life you can become Lord Indra. But who's going to do that? Even if you want to do it, I would say Anuradha mat karo. Do instead of 100 Ashwamedha, just do chanting. That's it. We don't want to become Lord Indra. Lord Indra has so many responsibilities in mode of passion. We don't want to do that. Yeah. It is for this reason only that candidates for liberation deliberately reject the worship of Devatas, although they have no disrespect for any of them. Please understand this. We do not disrespect anyone, but our goal is not material, so therefore we worship Vishnu Tattvas. Yeah. Hema, next verse. Now in 27, we're talking about those who are in modes of passion and ignorance. Right? Rajastama prakrityaha samashila bhajanti vai pitrabhuta prajeshadin shriyeshwarya prajetsavaha. Those who are in the modes of passion and ignorance worship those in the same category, namely the forefathers or living beings and the demigods who are in charge of cosmic activities. For they are urged by a desire to be materially benefited with women, wealth, power, and progeny. And also, what is that verse in Bhagavad Gita? Yanti Deva Vrita. Yes, Vaji? Yanti.
Yanti Deva, Pitrin Yanti, I don't know, I don't remember, sorry. Yanti Deva Vrata Devan, Pitrin Yanti, Pitru Vrata. I don't remember the next.
Yes, yes. Correct, very good. So basically, those who worship the Devatas will go to the planets of Devatas. Those who worship the forefathers, Pitras, will go to Pitraloka. And those who worship ghosts and demons will go to the planets of ghosts and demons. But those who worship me, Krishna says, will come to my Loka. So if whichever, so now again, which is better, wood, smoke, or fire? Because if you are a wood, or if you are in a mode of ignorance, you will worship in that mode of ignorance, and therefore you will attain that destination. Right? So those who are in ignorance worship ghosts, worship demons. Those who are in passion worship different devatas for different benefits. They go to those devatas' planets. But we are not materially inclined. We should not be. Our desire should only be to serve Radha, Krishna, and Goloka. That is why we are chanting the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey Radhe, hey Krishna, please give me your service. What is the service? The service is not, we are not praying that, oh, on Janmashtami, please someone in the temple give me service. Oh, Govardhan Puja, give me service. Yes, that is, you have to do, because you have to purify yourself. You have to get into the habit of doing seva. But when we are chanting, this service which we are asking while we are chanting is the eternal service in Golok Vrindavan. That constitutional position of our soul, whatever we were, please Radha Krishna, please remind me, remove this curtain of forgetfulness. Just remove it and let me remember what I was serving you and give me that service back. If I was making garlands for you, please, I want to make garlands again. Give me that service. If I was fanning you, please. If I was serving Lalita Sakhi, if I was serving Rati Manjari, if I was just collecting flowers in a basket, if I was fanning you, if I was massaging your feet, let me do that again. That is what we are doing when we are chanting. So take your chanting very seriously. We are not chanting for seva. Yes, we pray for seva because that purifies us. But when we are chanting, when we say, hey Radhe, hey Krishna, give us service, it is in the eternal world, in the spiritual world, that whatever my service was, my identity in the spiritual world was, please give me that remembrance and take me back for that service. So chanting should be very focused. So therefore, there is no need to worship devatas. Why? Because if you water the root, the flowers, the trees, the leaves, everything is watered. Krishna is the root. Right? We don't want temporary benefits from the devatas. They can only give you temporary. So more wealth, more knowledge, more power, more beauty, all this is temporary. There is no guarantee of happiness. The only ananda you will get is serving Satchidananda. Right? And this also, the devatas also know this. The devatas' aim also is to serve Adhokshaja. Right? Okay. So for material enjoyment, is there any need to approach devatas? Is there any need to approach devatas for material enjoyment? I'm asking you all the question. What do you say? Is there any need?
No, Mother.
Why?
Because we don't have to do hankering or anything. We are here for devotional service, so we have to ask for devotional service and nothing else.
No, but if we want to materially enjoy, should we go to devatas or should we go to Krishna?
So Krishna knows,
Krishna.
Krishna is our father, he'll give us. It's like watering the roots. It's going to come to us, the benefit is going to come to us on its own.
Okay. If we go to the devatas, will the devatas give it to us? Yes,
Mataji,
Hema.
Devatas will give us whatever we want or whatever we ask for, but Krishna will give us what is good for us.
That's true. Okay, tell me something. We always say that the nature of our soul is to enjoy, right? Is there anything wrong in enjoying in the material world?
Yes,
Yes. Why?
because if we continuing enjoying material world, then we will definitely in the hands of Maya, in the clutch of Maya, and then we will forget our father, original father, easily. And we will
Everyone
remain-
agrees? Everyone agrees with Hema? Or someone disagrees?
Yes, we all agree.
We agree. Because Maya at 40 has already decided our next birth.
Okay, so ladies, there's nothing wrong in enjoying. Krishna himself is the biggest enjoyer. You can't go through life without enjoyment. Don't you enjoy it when you go for kirtan? Don't you enjoy it when you go on parikrama? So how can you not enjoy? That is the nature of our soul.
But there is karma attached to everything,
No,
right?
Mataji, but there is
So
not, this is not
even
a
if we
material
get something from
What to
the
enjoy is the
devatas,
question.
they will give it to us. But
Ah.
then we should have the gratitude and give it back, right? So I don't know. I'm reminded of chapter 3. Annat Bhavanti. So everything that we do, right? We anyway, they're not going to say no. We pray to them. We are going to get it. But then what's the sacrifice that we are
My
going to do for
question-
that, right?
My question is not that should you go to devatas to enjoy. We've already established that we do not
No.
need to go to the devatas.
No,
We go to Krishna,
right.
Vishnu Tattvas. My
Right.
question is there anything wrong in enjoying?
No, the question is what
Spiritual
to enjoy.
enjoyment, right? Spiritual, whatever
spiritual
is like in the,
enjoyment.
because my understanding is whatever service, that we really want to do. we really will be enjoying doing that in the spiritual world, not here. And that's what we should ask for. So we are going to enjoy. That is our nature, right? Just like how Krishna, what's such Chitananda, right? I don't know whether that's the connection here, but
Yes. Yes. Anjali, you were saying something.
I said the question is what to enjoy. There's nothing wrong in enjoying, but what to enjoy? The material world, the material things and benefits that come with it, or the spirit of serving, the desire to serve. That is the question.
We all are in the material world, right?
Yes.
Any of us over here who does not want to be comfortable in this material world?
No.
No, we are not. We are not Shukadev Goswami. We
Hmm.
cannot live under a tree. We are not the 6 Goswamis. We are all grihastas. We need a beautiful home. We need a beautiful bed. We need the most comfortable mattress. We need beautiful clothes. We need jewelry. I'm asking you, is it wrong to have all these things?
no, I don't think it's wrong, provided it is
Not
used in the
wrong.
service of the Lord.
Yes.
Because I
How?
remember one, okay, simple thing like, is it wrong to ask for a iPhone, the latest phone? Maybe not, but if we use that as a phone, for example, to connect to a class like this or to teach a class, then it is connected to God, right? And what happens is, rather than struggling, not having a phone, not able to listen properly, if you're using it in service of God, I think it's okay.
Mhm. Okay. Yes, Anu?
Yeah, I also wanted to say something in line with what Vairi said, that if we are using our possessions in service of Krishna, actually, this is being taught to us by Vishakha Mataji, that if we are using, I'm willing to have a car. But if I'm using that car to visit the temple, to serve the devotees, and to help some needy person, then I am rightly using my materialistic possession. So if we are, as Vajji said, that if we are using our latest technology, mobile phones, laptops, iPads, and any electronic gadgets in the
Sense enjoyment.
in the right mode, like as we are doing class, as we'll be serving and attending other lectures, so this is the right way we can use our material possessions and make them actually head towards the right direction. This is how
But I
we
don't
can.
know whether we should ask for it though, pray for a
It
phone
is
and
not
all
about
that.
asking for
That
it. We have
seems,
got
yeah.
it by His grace. So using it in the most fruitive and most best. I'm not getting the right word to actually describe it, but yes, to use it the best way is this.
Okay.
Like actually,
Now you
Vishakha,
told me, okay, you said you have a car. Okay, I understood, Anu. I understood. Now you say you have a car and you're using it to go to the temple. Now tell me, out of 7 days in a week, how many times are you using that car to go to the temple?
I'm going to.
That's where the problem is.
No, tell me that. Tell me that.
Yeah,
Tell me.
that's true.
Ha.
That's true.
We'll take the phone example.
Okay.
I think phone example
Okay,
is
let's
easier.
take the phone for example. In 24 hours, how many hours are you watching class and how many hours are you doing other stuff?
Actually,
I don't know. I use it to listen
really
to.
analyze it, it is like 90 to 10% of ratio, if we can talk about during a day. During a working day, definitely my phone and laptop is more on my work and focused more on my work.
Your example was car. Your
Yeah.
example was car. Her example was iPhone,
Okay.
so I'm
I
asking her.
at least 3 to 4 hours in a
Example, so I
day.
have no justification for that.
So
Okay,
3 to 4
okay,
hours
let's
in a
just hang
day.
on. Let's just hang on and see what Vinti has to say. Yeah, Vinti.
All what I understand is that is whatever we enjoy, and if Krishna is the center of our life and we don't forget that we belong to him in that enjoyment. That enjoyment actually if takes close to him. And that is the real enjoyment. That is the real enjoyment.
Very nice. That's very nicely said.
And all the
See,
time,
yeah.
sense of gratitude should also be present within us. That whatever I have, big, small car, this phone, that phone, or whatever money standard, whatever I have, it is by Krishna's mercy, and that feeling of gratitude is very necessary.
Now let me ask you another question, Anjali. Today I'm going to put you all in a spot. Please forgive me. Because this is how your Krishna consciousness will come out. You are very grateful for what you have. But will you be same as grateful when Krishna takes it away?
Very difficult. Not yet. Yes. We have to reach that stage, but yes, not yet.
So therefore, you should think in that stage. So what is being sthitadhir or non-dual? Equipoised in winter
Distress
or
or
summer, distress or happiness. That is Krishna consciousness. Okay. So when he takes it away, then also you have to be grateful and say, thank you, Krishna. Now I can focus more on you. You're teaching me a lesson. Krishna takes away things from people when he knows you are
Capable enough to handle it.
capable and
Yeah.
you're making an effort to be more Krishna conscious. You should not be deterred by it. Secondly, any activity you do, you must enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, will you do it again?
No.
Krishna consciousness is susukham kartum abhyayam, right? So what is the checklist you should have? You can have the best of cars, you can have the best of phones, you can have the best of clothes. But if any activity you do with all these things takes you away from Krishna, then you reject it. If you're taking that car for once a week going to the temple, but the other 6 days you're going for kitty parties, your car is useless. Your car is useless. That car can, every day, 24 hours a day, can be used in Krishna's service. How? By buying grocery for Krishna. By buying, going for classes, taking devotees, going to the temple, just not doing things which take you away. So these are the two things you must, whenever you do any activity, is it in Krishna consciousness? Is it bringing you closer to Krishna? If it is, continue it. Is it taking you away from Krishna? If it is, reject it. You are on your phone, you are on your laptop, you are watching a class. After the class, something else comes up, something interesting. You're watching YouTube shorts, you're watching Insta Reels, you're watching TikTok, whatever, I don't know. Yes, it's very interesting, you know, you just keep flicking and flicking and then suddenly like half an hour gone, 1 hour gone. If it takes you away, reject it. Immediately move on. Be very alert to your activities. Remember, Maya will always strike when you're weak. Immediately realize and say, oh, if you want to watch something devotional. Listen to a bhajan, listen to a kirtan, listen to a class. Otherwise, just shut the phone. Keep it away. Right? So these two. But there is nothing wrong in enjoying life. Material things are also given to us by Krishna. Right? Krishna is everything around us. Things which are making the car is made by Krishna. Everything around us. You should be conscious of Krishna around you. The sun is Krishna, the moon is Krishna, the water is Krishna, everything. Taste in water, everything. So these two things you must always keep in mind. Right? And while you're doing that, you must understand that these challenges are there even with Devatas. The time when Brahma got illusion, what did he say? He said, oh, this is not Krishna. This is just one small boy in Vrindavan. When the Brahma Vimohan Leela happened. When Govardhan was lifted, why was it lifted? Because Krishna wanted to break Indra's pride. So everyone is struggling because we are all in the three modes of material nature. So there is no harm in enjoying, but we do not need to approach devatas for material enjoyment. Srila Prabhupada would always say, you focus spiritually, materially will automatically happen. Krishna will give you what you need. You don't worry. He will give you what you need. He will give you as much as needed for your spiritual progress. And I've personally seen it. I mean, sometimes you're thinking, oh my God, how is this going to happen? And suddenly last minute, it just happens as though there was never a problem. You know, it just happens. So wherever there is Krishna, there is Lakshmi Devi. So don't worry about material. She's always there. If Krishna is in your homes and heart, so is Lakshmi. So do we need to go to the devatas? The answer is no, we don't. Yeah. So the last paragraph talks about the Govardhan Leela only, right? He stopped the worship of demigod Indra and advised the residents of Raja to worship the business and have faith in God. Right? So we must have faith in Krishna, nothing else. Okay, so we'll stop for today. Any questions? Hema, you can stop sharing, please. Yeah, thanks. Any questions, anyone? I asked so many questions already. Vinti, you wanted to say something. Your hand went up in between, I saw.
But I think that particular thing which I wanted to say, you explained it so nicely.
Okay. So sorry, I saw your hand.
No, it was not a very big thing. It was just a small thing. I just wanted to ask something. I recently heard from somewhere, I think on YouTube only I heard, because as you were talking about YouTube shorts, like there are very nice shorts on Krishna and all Vaishnavas. So in between, I just simply heard that somebody was saying ki this Maha Mantra is actually first Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, and ISKCON people have reversed it. First they are saying Hare Krishna. So though I explained it to myself that if it is really true, maybe हम शायद जैसे वाल्मीकि रत्नाकर थे तो उनको मरा जपने के लिए दिया था, तो इसलिए हम शायद we are those kind of souls, तो हमें शायद, but I still I want to know what is truth in it. कि originally ये मंत्र
there are two sources for this. Is that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, and he is authority for all authority, because he is the authority. The Vedas come from Krishna, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, and he said chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yes, there are some people in South India who say that Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It doesn't matter when you're chanting actually in a loop.
Circular उसमें आ जाता है.
It just doesn't matter. Where is the beginning and where is the end?
Where is the end? But
yeah. But the mood is there. When you chant Ram, when in South India, when Ram is chanted, they take Ram as Lord Ram, Sita Ram. We take Ram as Radha Raman, not Balaram also, but the higher than Balaram is Radha Raman, Ram. That Raman who gives pleasure to Radha Raman. That Ram is the one who gives pleasure.
Okay.
Right? And the other thing is in Kali Santaran Upanishad, what is the verse? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Lord Brahma is telling Narad Muni, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Please note that Krishna comes first. Brahma is telling Narad Muni in Kali Santaran Upanishad, my God, such a tongue twister, that Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashakam Nam Kali Kalmasha Nashanam Natar Paratyo Upay. So, Vinti, the first, what comes?
Hare Krishna.
So, Narad Muni asked his father, Lord Brahma, that Kali Yuga has come. What is going to happen? How are people going to be delivered? He says, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, this 16-syllable Mahamantra, Iti Shodashaka Namna, Kali Kalmasha Nashanam, all the anarthas, all the kalmash of Kali Yuga, it will be destroyed. He never said, Lord Brahma did not say Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, there are various scriptures who have given the references that the Mahamantra starts with Krishna first and Ram second. But those who are chanting, if you're chanting it in a loop, does it even matter?
Oh, yes, because
Main purpose is you're chanting it,
Hmm.
right? So, of course, since we are followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we are also followers, come in the Sampradaya of Brahma, Lord Brahma, we follow what they teach us. And they have taught us to chant Krishna first and Ram second.
Okay, yes. Thank you for resolving my query.
No problem. Anyone else? Any other question? No? Okay. So shall we stop for today? All right.
Hare Krishna Mataji. One thing I have to ask, is there any chart of this, all the avatars of Krishna, Vishnu, like what we have studied today and the last class?
So next chapter actually will give you a more detailed, and yes, there is a chart. But if I send you the chart, it will be very confused because this is something from Rupa Goswami's Laghu Bhagavatamrit.
Okay.
Let's do one thing. Once we get into the third chapter and we read about all the avatars, yeah, then I'll send it so that you'll have a better understanding.
Okay.
If I send it now, I think you'll be a little confused. Yeah? Is that okay?
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
ma'am.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.